California is close to becoming the first state ever to ban caste discrimination. A proposed bill is now one vote away from Governor Newsom's desk. NBC's Jessica Aguirre joins us now with the details. Jessica, caste discrimination in America is new to a lot of people.
It is new to a lot of people, but some people say it's very entrenched in the system here. On Monday, the state assembly overwhelmingly passed legislation that would add caste as a protected category under the state's anti-discrimination laws. Now, we've been following this story in our ongoing series, Race in America, The Conversation. This has been a long fight for a lot of people, including one woman who says she left her job, high-profile job at Google, because of concerns over caste discrimination.
It has been over 1 year since I left Google.
That's Tanuja Gupta testifying in July before the State Assembly Judiciary Committee on SB 403, the first in the nation bill to add caste to the state's anti-discrimination laws. The former senior manager at Google made news last year when she tried to organize a talk about caste discrimination, a talk she says was postponed after several Google employees said they felt unsafe.
When I blew the whistle on this decision, Google lowered my performance rating, reduced my compensation, and deemed me ineligible for future promotions. Meanwhile, email threads that denied caste discrimination or made openly bigoted statements spread throughout the company's large listservs unchecked by HR.
Google did not comment on those allegations.
Do you see yourself as a catalyst in this war against caste and all the changes that have happened in the last year?
In the last year, it has been such a journey to focus much less on myself and more with the numerous workers who have reached out to me, not just at Google, but at different companies, shared what they've experienced, shared how they reported discrimination to their employers, and then got nothing back because their employers don't think caste discrimination is a thing.
Gupta says she invited Thinmori Sundararajan, the founder of Equality Labs, a nonprofit Dalit civil rights organization, to speak in 2022 as part of an education talk during Dalit History Month. She says the goal was simple: bring awareness to the caste system and specifically Dalits. Known as untouchables, Dalits are at the bottom of a 3,000-year-old system of social hierarchy. That talk, though, never happened.
We're constantly trying to improve the diversity of our products. Sure. You can't have great diversity in your products if you don't understand all the facets of diversity.
So what were the allegations against you that put you under investigation?
The allegations were that I publicly named the handful of employees that complained to HR about the talk and about the unsafety that they felt in the workplace. The allegations are not true. So when I got that letter that told me I created a disruptive workplace, that I made people feel unsafe, and that I violated certain codes of conduct of managers, I knew that I was facing a form of retaliation.
Gupta filed a complaint requesting Alphabet, the parent company of Google, look into the investigation filed against her and the accusations of retaliation and worker safety.
Did that Alphabet respond to you ever?
4 months after I filed my complaint, they came back and said, no discrimination, no problems found. And they didn't put anything in writing.
A point Google negates. In referring to Gupta's accusations, a company spokesperson told us, quote, in this instance, there was specific conduct and internal posts that made employees feel targeted. Gupta says she also filed a retaliation claim with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, raising concerns about caste discrimination. That EEOC investigation is still ongoing.
What I think has been most surprising is that Google, 1 year later, has not added caste as a protected category to their anti-discrimination policies, and they still have not had a talk on caste equity.
Google didn't comment on the EEOC investigation, but the Mountain View company maintains, quote, caste discrimination has no place in our workplace. We made the decision not to move forward with this proposed talk, which was pulling employees apart rather than bringing our community together.
I was always an advocate for workers' rights.
Today, Gupta is in law school in New York and has helped set up the Caste Equity Legal Task Force, a national coalition of lawyers, professors, and law students.
Aside from the loss of the job, what kind of personal toll do you think that this has taken on you?
There were so many feelings. One was just humiliation at what had happened and how naive I could be that I could work for a company so hard and really try to make good change within the system, quote unquote, only to have it come crashing down on me when I hit that nerve. I think everyone is recognizing discrimination is discrimination. And California has a very unique opportunity to lead in this fight.
Now the bill, which has already cleared the Senate in its original form, goes back to the chamber for a revote. And if it passes, then it goes to Governor Newsom's desk.